Hey, Gina.
Hi,
Yes, yes,
Kikwa.
yes. So this is another person in our network. I love her as well because she keeps me straight with the finances, okay? You have to keep your books in order. And I learned the importance of that through her. So if you are in business and you are all over the place with your finances, then this is the woman that you will want to see or help you in that because it's very important for us to keep our books in alignment with our business and not all over the place, especially when it comes to tax time. So this is something that you guys really, really need to pay attention to. All right. Thank you, Gina. Introduce yourself and go ahead. You want to share your screen before I leave?
Yes, I'll get that right now. Hope I have it done right.
Mhm.
Share screen. Share screen. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, I can. I'm bringing it up right now.
You got it?
Yeah.
Great, great, great. Thank you, Tikwa. Thanks for that introduction. And my little homage to Tikwa too is you can see my bling because as I've heard many times throughout this conference is like you guys are here for a reason. You're here for a reason. This is the right place to be at the right time. And if Tikwa hasn't brought any bling into your life, get ready. So yesterday I heard Kadisha speaking, and I know how much she stressed how important it is to have your bookkeeping. Use QuickBooks, use another kind of program, but it's so important that you have your books in order for many reasons about the business. Hold on a second. Okay. Did you ever wonder how much money did my business make last year? I'm sure it's on all of your minds. Well, if you did, you're not the only one. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing about the total income or sales that you make is what matters. And while that is important, it's not the most important thing. Then what is the most important thing? Great question. Today I'm going to share 3 topics with you that are going to revolutionize the way you think about how to maintain your books and the bottom line of your business, and answer that very question. I'm Gina Haber. I'm an accountant. I'm also a QuickBook Pro advisor who has helped many people in their own business organize their books and show them how to invoice their clients, pay their bills, and more importantly, pay yourself. Biggest question I get. But what makes me different? I teach you how to manage your books stress-free. It's easy to make your bookkeeping stress-free with an online accounting program such as QuickBooks Online. Even QuickBooks Desktop, and there's many other bookkeeping systems out there. You find out what you're comfortable with and what works best for you. So I'm going to share 3 topics with you today about stress-free bookkeeping and how you can know if your business is not only generating money, but actually making money. And I know what you're probably thinking. How do I know how much money I'm making, if I'm making any money at all? Don't worry. I'm going to show you a great way you can organize your books and understand your numbers. So the first topic today is Alice. Really, Alice. I've taken many accounting courses, get my degree and everything, and I never heard the term Alice. But my sister Mary, who just spoke prior to me, she took a business course and they taught her Alice. And trust me, for someone who doesn't understand accounting, it's a pretty simple way to remember the pieces of the puzzle. The big idea is if you understand Alice, your business finances, go ask Alice. This is important because when you understand how Alice fits into your business, you can actually tell if you're making money or not. So here's Alice. Say hi, Alice. A is assets. Assets are things that you own. You own your car, you own your bank account, you own your inventory, you own your computers, you own your accounts receivables. That is money that you're expecting to receive at a later date. You have L, which is your liabilities. Those are things you owe. That's OWE, not OWN. And what you owe, it could be a loan, it could be a car, it could be an auto loan, it could be your accounts payable. These are bills from your vendors, and that you have to pay at a future date. Your income, I is income. That is what you're billing out, and your sales, that's your income. Your capital is what you personally invest into your business. It could be money. It could be, say if you are a law firm and you have a whole bunch of legal books at home and now they're part of your office, that's considered capital. It's an investment into your business. And then you have E for expenses. That is the outgoing of your money. So you're getting bills from people and you have to send that money out. You have to pay those bills. Okay, 2. The second topic for today is the importance of setting up your business correctly when you're just started out. I tell this to all my clients right from the get-go. The main thing to understand here is that you should treat your business like a big business when you're small, so you are ready for your business when it becomes big. And if you heard Perlette speaking a little bit earlier, it's pretty much the same idea. Be ready so when it happens, you are ready. Why should I do that? Because when you're small, your business is easier to manage. I'm sure you all could agree with that. Right now, you're saying, oh my God, it doesn't make any sense to me. The reason I went into business to help small businesses, because just like you and many other small business owners, they're great at their skill. They know their craft perfectly, sometimes perfectly. But they look at their checkbook and their income statements, and it's like brain surgery to them. I just have a knack that I could look at it and understand what's going on. If you have your books organized from the beginning, you'll be able to present your business in a more professional manner, understand the inflow and outflow of monies, and know how much profit you're making or not. The third topic for today is, and like I say, this is the most important question, or probably the most frequent question I get, is how to pay yourself. You're doing all the work. You're thinking, I'm not keeping any of the money. How do I keep the money? A lot of people start up a new business, do not know how to pay themselves. This is because most people have the employee mentality. They work for someone else, they receive a paycheck, weekly, bi-weekly, but they're clueless about how to pay themselves from their own business. The answer is easy. Write yourself a check or transfer money to your personal account. And remember, keep your business accounts separate from your personal accounts. And just make sure you have money in your business account to put into your checking account. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it still seems too complicated. Well, the tricky thing is, it is complicated, but I can show you how to. Keep it simple, sis. And so I put together a checklist for stress-free bookkeeping. So just an idea, and don't worry about the details on this because I'm going to give you an opportunity to get your own copy of the booklet, the checklist. Try to structure your business on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, a quarterly, and an annual basis. Yes, you're thinking that's crazy, but if you take care of your business on a daily basis, like you check out how much cash you have, how much money's coming in, how much money is going to be going out, it's going to make your weekly tasks easier. You're going to record your cash receipts. You send out invoices and people are going to pay you. You want to make sure that the money gets into the right accounts. You put it into the right bank accounts. You got bills from your vendors. You want to be able to enter those into a system. And most vendors, they're going to give you terms. It might be paying 10 days, might be paying 30 days. You want to get into your system so the system could generate a report to tell you, okay, I need to pay these vendors this week. And if they offer you a discount, make sure you get the discount. Everybody wants to save money. Review and send out any invoices for any of the work that you've done this day. Now, if you're using QuickBooks Online, it's a beautiful thing. You could just set up the invoice right after you finish whatever service you're provided, and you email it to your customer, and voila, they have their invoices. On a monthly basis, and I know Khadijah was talking about the bookkeeping, but you need to reconcile your bank statement. People, especially today with online banking, people today, they look at the bank their bank app and they're saying, oh, I have $1,000 in my account, so I could spend so and so. But doesn't mean that if you wrote out physical checks, doesn't mean that they've cleared the bank yet. Maybe the bank made a mistake. Maybe someone double charged you on an auto payment. These are all things you have to look at your bank statement, compare them to your accounting and your checkbook, and you see that all your money is in line and that your books and the bank statements are in agreement. Review your profit and loss. It's important to see, okay, how much money did I make this month? How much money did I spend? Am I making money? Where do I have to up my business? Do I have to provide more sales here? Or where do I have to cut my spending? You can evaluate, okay, my cell phone bill, is it too high? How can we talk to someone to get this lowered? On a quarterly basis, okay, you're going to evaluate your profit and loss again because you want to know how much money your business is doing. If you pay sales tax, you want to get your sales tax payments in because don't be late. The states, they charge you crazy fees and interest if you don't get your taxes in. And if you're paying estimated taxes, get those in because you're going to get penalized on that as well. And annually, okay, you send it out, a bunch of invoices to clients, and now you're seeing, oh, I have a bunch of deadbeat clients. What am I going to do with them? And deadbeat meaning they're not paying and they're refusing to pay you and they're not picking up the phone. So you have to decide, am I going to send them to collections or not? And then make sure you review your profit and loss again. Like I said, if you do each task by the end of the year, you're going to have it pretty clean and you're going to have a profit and loss, you're going to have your balance sheet, and your accountant's going to want both of those reports, and they're going to want your bank statement and any other information that you have. Get that all ready so you're ready for your accountant. And once you have all this ready, it's going to save you time, it's going to save your accountant time, and you'll both be happy, and hopefully they'll charge you less money. You can follow these simple steps to set up your books for your business. And you could use this for any business, yours or your clients. You could do it the old way. If you see in the picture here, this is a ledger book. And trust me, before computers were around, and I'm not that old, okay? Before computers were around, people had ledger books. They would write down every single transaction and they would write out the cash. Then they would have other columns and they would have every expense there. And then at the end of the month, you would have to add up every single column and make sure that the column on the left equal all the columns on the right. So if you're exhausted, I understand why, because it was exhausting. Or you could do it the easy way. You could use a stress-free checkbook, a bookkeeping checklist I put together for you. And you could also get yourself a bookkeeping program such as QuickBooks. This will help you create an organized system that will allow you to keep up with your books as your small business grows into a big business. And this is help you create the stress-free bookkeeping for you. So for a couple of examples, two of your presenters, both of them admitted that I've helped them out. Tikwa, she comes to me, I got QuickBooks Online. I don't know what to do with it. And she had no idea if the checkbook in her business was correct, but she would check online just to cover everything. So I sat down with her and I went over briefly how to do all the transactions, how to reconcile your bank statement, which is like I can't stress enough. Do it every single month. And you know what? She's getting ready for tax time now, and she's ready. Okay. And Mary, who just presented before me, she is my sister. We used to use the same accountant, and I would go in, get my books done, and have our taxes done. And she would be stressing out over her dining room table with receipts everywhere, calculating mileage, doing everything. And our accountant, she would say, please talk to Gina. She's going to help you out. Please talk to Gina. It took many years, but she finally talked to Gina. And by the time I finished with her books, I said, this is what you need to bring to the accountant. You need to bring your trial balance. You need to bring your profit and loss. You need to bring your balance sheet. You need to bring your bank statement. Any other documents that you have for personal stuff. And she's like, that can't be it. That can't be it. But that was it. And he said, she refused to believe me, so she brought all her other stuff with her too. And the accountant said, listen to Gina. And then another client I had, She had a marine detail business. She had these bookkeepers. This person probably worked 60 to 80 hours a week. I mean, manual labor. It was crazy. Out in the hot sun. And she had a staff of 6 to 8 people. And she's like, where's my money? The bookkeeper wasn't processing the books, wasn't processing the invoices. So she couldn't collect the money because people weren't receiving her bill. So I trained her how to use QuickBooks Online. And when she finished a job, bing, 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 right on her phone, she would do an invoice, send it out to them. They would get an email. They can't say they didn't get it because they open up the email. It says viewed email, so she knows they see it. And then there's also these great buttons on top that you could pay right there, and people would send her money almost automatically. So it made a big difference in her life. Another client I have is a yoga studio. And it's like when I first left it, I'm like, you have so many instructors. And in order for them to make money on a class, there had to be at least 10 people in a class. If they didn't have the 10 people, they're still paying the instructor X amount of dollars, but they're not making any money in the class. It was a loss. So COVID wasn't a bad thing for everybody. Yes, it's an awful thing, but sometimes some areas it was helpful. You know, her business pivoted. Big catchword these days, it pivoted, and I'm sure for all of you virtual people, you know, she's now all online, and she is down, streamlined her staff, and she has 4 to 5 instructors, and voila, she's saving a lot of money, and she's actually making money. So hopefully that this will help out, this checklist will help you out with, you know, to stress-free your lives. As an accountant, I've helped, like I said, many other businesses. I cleaned up their businesses, I organized their books, and be less stressed when tax time comes around. And like I said, it could be a win-win situation because here you're bringing your books to the accountant, and hopefully he's going to charge you less. And if your books are in good order, that means the accountant can get the taxes done quickly, and he has more clients that he could provide the service to. So he's not as stressed. What I do is I review this mess with you small business owners, and I'm sorry to say it, but usually small business owners do show up with the mess. It's actually I had a karate studio I was helping out, and he had his and not that age has anything to do with it, but he had like his 85-year-old mother doing his books for him, and she had booked everything backwards, which it made sense if you understood they were backwards, but the accountant had to, you know, reorganize everything for her, so it cost them more money. So it was cute, but you know, they got that straightened out. So I take it from your business, not knowing how your business is doing to understand and what your bottom line is. And your bottom line, when I say that term, that means what is your net income? What is your net loss? Some people think, you know, net income is great. Everybody wants net income. But you also pay taxes on net income, but that's just part of life. And if you have net loss, don't look at it like it's a bad thing. Okay, I lost money this year. You know, especially if you're a startup business, most businesses don't take off until 3 to 5 years. You know, you have to remember how much you're doing personal investments into the business, and you're going to have extra expenses. You know, you're upgrading your equipment, you're getting new computers. You have to set up all with virtual assistants, all your programs. You have your Canva, you have your Zoom, whatever platforms that you use. So don't fret if you're showing that you have a loss. So if you want the stress-free bookkeeping checklist, please send an email to my email, rhaber43@gmail.com. That is R, H as in Harry, A, B as in boy, E, R, numbers 43@gmail.com, and put checklist in the subject line. Get it today while it's still available. There's one condition though. This is only available during this conference. I'm always here to help you, and I've gotten great results for other small business owners just like you who are struggling with how to set up their bookkeeping. We also have a full bookkeeping service or QuickBooks training, but we aren't talking about that now. Today I'm talking about the stress-free bookkeeping checklist, which I hope you find is amazing. And I can't wait to see you at my workshop. But just like everyone else, purchase the additional program, and this way you get all the recordings for the workshop, so you don't miss out on any of this great information. If you come to my workshop, I'm going to give you a quick overview of QuickBooks and how it could work for you, and I may just have a special surprise for everyone who attends. If you guys have any questions, let's know, and let's see if I can help you out quickly. And if not, thanks, and everybody have a great day.